Elderly abuse is a widespread problem in nursing homes, hospitals, and long-term care facilities. Unfortunately, many patients in nursing homes have physical disabilities or cognitive impairments that prevent them from realizing when they're being abused. That means that nursing home abuse often goes unreported. In fact, for every reported case of elderly abuse, about 24 cases go unreported. As a family member or friend of a nursing home resident, you need to be alert for any signs of abuse. If you become aware of an elderly person who is experiencing nursing home abuse, you must notify the proper authorities as soon as possible. There's two national sources to report elder abuse in nursing homes: the National Center on Elder Abuse, NCEA, and the Elder Care Locator. Both programs are run by the U.S. Administration on Aging, which is a division of the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services. The NCEA is a national resource center dedicated to preventing elder mistreatment. The NCEA website provides contact information for reporting nursing home abuse in each state, and information on state agencies devoted to the elderly. The Elder Care Locator provides similar resources, including details of local support groups for protecting seniors. Another option is contacting a long-term care ombudsman, who works as an advocate for residents in nursing homes and other licensed residences. Their services are authorized by the Federal Older Americans Act, and every state has one. The Ombudsman provides information on how to find suitable long-term care facilities and get quality care. They're trained to resolve problems and protect the rights of the elderly. Long-term care ombudsmen are responsible for addressing residents' complaints of abuse or neglect, addressing violations of rights or dignity, acknowledging any residents' concerns about quality of care or quality of life, reconciling issues related to inferior quality of care, educating older people about their rights, offering information on making changes to find high-quality care. The National Adult Protective Services Association investigates cases of abuse, neglect, or exploitation along with physicians, nurses, and law enforcement. They help older adults and adults with disabilities who need assistance. Every state also has an Adult Protective Services Agency, otherwise known as the APS. While their primary focus is preventing people under their care from exposure to abuse, they also assist with developing a healthcare plan that serves individual needs. State and local APS review reports alleging abuse to determine whether the actions meet the definition of abuse, neglect, or exploitation as defined by statutory requirements. If they do, an APS representative initiates face-to-face contact with the adult needing assistance. The APS worker then determines what services are required to meet that individual's needs and maintain their well-being and independence. Most states have a 24-hour hotline available to take confidential reports. If an elderly person in a nursing home or long-term care facility has been seriously hurt or died as a result of abuse, local law enforcement should be contacted immediately. Officers will perform an investigation at the incident site to determine if a crime has been committed. If so, the officer can file charges against the perpetrators for assault, homicide, abuse, or sexual or financial coercion. Elderly abuse is a serious accusation. If you suspect that an elderly person is being abused but aren't sure, you can ask for help from a trusted doctor or nurse. Medical professionals are trained to identify the differences between the normal side effects of aging and elderly abuse. When working with a medical expert, choose someone who is not part of the nursing home or assisted living facility itself, unless you know them to be trustworthy. To report nursing home abuse, you have to be aware of the 5 distinct types of elderly abuse. Understanding each type of abuse can go a long way to recognizing when it occurs and stopping it from reoccurring. Physical abuse occurs when there's a use of violence or force against an older person in an attempt to cause harm. Psychological abuse may not show visible scarring on the body, but can still be traumatic to the elderly victim. Financial abuse occurs when someone takes money or property from an elderly individual without their knowledge or consent. Sexual abuse involves unwanted sexual contact with an elderly individual, unwanted advances, or sexual activity with someone who doesn't have the intellectual capacity to consent. Neglect is the most common abuse experienced by elderly patients in nursing homes. It is, quite simply, the failure of a caregiver to meet the medical or psychological needs of an elderly person. If you decide to file a report for nursing home abuse, make sure to document everything, from the types of abuse, evidence seen, and the names of individuals suspected of the abuse. Next, consult an attorney to determine whether the nursing home or long-term care facility may be liable for abuse. If you suspect nursing home abuse, reach out to our experienced legal team for a free case evaluation. To learn more about the types of nursing home abuse, visit our website, nursinghomeabuse.org, exposing nursing home abuse and helping seniors get justice.